So this is another error here that I'm seeing, which is we have like the PSC, the midnight version. Now I want a midnight version of the P4AR, and then obviously we have the CQ7. I would like a tactical version of this one as well. Now you see, I already have the tactical version of this, which I'm actually wearing on my back right now, and I have the tactical version of whatever this is. I also have the tactical version of the P6LR, and I have a tactical version of this stupid gun here. Is that the Gallant? No, but I have a tactical version of the Gallant. And I have a tactical version of most of my weapons, guys. The reason being is because I like to look tactical. Taking that into consideration, every kind of like gun store that I come into, they all support the same damn guns. Not only do they do that, but exactly what you see on this wall here, we also will see on this wall here, which I don't know if that is fun or fascinating. Not only that, but the guns are even wearing the same decals, the same paint and everything, which I think sucks. I'm not sure. It even looks like they just took this ball and just put it here like that. So as you can see, this gun is here. If you damn near mirror it, but you take it and you just plant it here. Well, now it's on this side, so it's just the exact same guns. They're advertising the exact same things. I don't know how much times I could say it before it becomes, but it's not nice to see. So I would like to see a little bit more variations my darn self. When I go shopping for materials like attachments and stuff, I would like to see variants, giving me reason to have to go traveling to certain regions in order to get. Now there's nothing wrong with having a diverse multitude of weapons, especially when if the system does choose to go economical, where what I'm talking about, I'm not sure if this is what is in plan, but these guys here will actually be transporting these products. Now this one here might just have this and this, while this guy here might be transporting only this item here. Now if we want to see any of the other items brought into the verse, then we're gonna have to do our mining and whatever other kind of workload goes into having these brought into production, whether or not we're able to start up our own production line our darn selves, where we'll be creating these weapons specifically, so that there's a surplus of them out in the verse, and so other players can come to us and buy some of these items and products. But seeing the same items projected on the same walls, I think is very unfortunate, and it is not nice to see at all. So I am specifically looking for the P4 in the midnight version, but tactical, simply so that it can match my attire. Now my attire is actually going to be an all black attire, because it is tactical, guys. This means that I'm looking for the Antium jets and any other attire that goes up on top, like the Inquisitor, which I can get from Art Corp. And another thing is, as you can see here, is I'm wearing the arm. I've got arms on my armor. But then if I come into this mode here, and then I say I want to put one of my arms into my bag, both of the arms go into the bag. So it's not like I'm able to wear one arm and then wear another for reasons I might just want to blooming do so. And the same with here, you might have thighs, and then you got the calves, you got the kneecaps. I might want to jazz things up, including the gloves. We don't seem to have that kind of freedom. So this reminds me a lot of Mass Effect in that regard, because Mass Effect was very much the same there. It was very linear, guys. So we need to find a way to jazz that bit up. Anyway, it's your boy Patience, guys. Now, I don't know why it was just saying that my restock was blocked, but I was beginning to think it was because I was a criminal. But now it's kind of come back to me and it's saying that I'm allowed to purchase. So no, it's not because I'm a criminal, guys. It's not because I'm a criminal. So I'm gonna try ahead and go and purchase again anyway. As you can see now, this bit says blocked and this is blocked, so I have no idea as to why, guys. But now that's been restocked, so I'm going to go ahead and try and do this now, which now this is blocked. I'm not a criminal, I can promise you that, but I'll show you guys that in just a moment. If I come over here, as you can see, crime stat is pretty darn good. Everything's fine. And another thing that I actually do like is I've been doing a few bunker missions lately without having any missions attained to my name, or adhesive to my name, because the Nine Tails have just been firing their junky turrets at my ship whenever I'm trying to take out a bounty. So what I do sometimes is, because obviously in retaliation, I land my ship and I go to take the bad guys out at their bases. Usually what happens is I become a criminal for killing Nine Tails. But what I've noticed as of late is when I go just running into the camp, I don't become a criminal, which I think is bloody fantastic. Another thing was I may have accidentally killed a civilian. Well, I know I knocked him out and I was sent to prison, but I was only in prison for less than 5 minutes. And so I think we can be put in prison for bodily harm, guys. And they're taking it, if I am correct, and the game didn't glitch, it could seem like CIG are looking to take this stuff very, very, very seriously. So we could be looking at a very fine future for ourselves in the long run after all, which is something that I myself personally invested in. I'm not sitting here playing Sonic the Hedgehog, guys. I'm sitting here with NVIDIA GPU. I'm sitting there with a CPU that can handle multiple cores, and placing them both together, including the memory and the storage and the internet, guys. These things are able to help simulate the most realistic physics possible, not just for a gamer, but for the simulator itself. Taking that into consideration, there are other aspects within the simulation that are strongly to be taken into consideration. Hence why we go out and buy ourselves a lot of the components that we put into our systems. To be sitting down and playing Sonic the Hedgehog, guys, I am hoping to see a hell of a lot of detail placed into this junk, because becoming a criminal for killing a bad guy to me don't make sense, and becoming jet lagged when flying out in the open space to me just does not make sense, and if you ask me, using jump drives just does not make sense. The reason being is because, if I'm not mistaken, jump drives would be used to jump serious distances because we have inertia. Inertia means that there's zero gravity, zero anything applied to our vessels. If that's the case, then that also means that moving in space uses minimal effort at all, which is blooming good. Why is that blooming good? Because if you turn on your thrusters and turn them off, your movement is consistent. If you're using a jump drive and your movement is consistent, the energy inertia that you're building up behind you becomes damn near infinite, which does not make sense, because then when you turn off your jump drive, you're now moving at a speed that's not able to be, considered by the mind, if you ask me, of humankind. So then when you tap your brakes, you'll come to an immediate halt, but you're trillions or quadrillions of light years beyond the target point that intended for, because your path is being retardedly outboosted. Now, if you were to use a jump drive to go flying to, let's say we're in Sol System. Let's say I'm in the Sol System and this is the Andromeda system. I can't remember the distance between here and there, but let's just say I'm jumping 200 light years per second. It's going to take me a nice while to get there. So I've got all that time to determine when I'm going to turn my jump drive off, coast, and when I'm going to start distances are taking one vast distances from the comprehension of a mere human being. Because if we were to take moving from Earth to the Sun, for instance, guys, that alone is a very, 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 very vast distance. And if we was to take moving from Earth to Pluto, that's an extremely vast distance alone. As to thinking about moving to the Centauri system or trying to get to the Andromeda system, which is just our next door neighbor, as to systems that are quadruple the size of the Andromeda system's distance from the Earth, and putting that between the systems of Andromeda and Earth and trying to make that distance then. Because I'm telling you, I'm moving at 1,200 kilometers, let's just say it's per second. It's not going to take you anywhere in the open expanse of the open universe, guys. So these are certain things that we have to take into consideration, and these are things that I'm hoping will be brought into the verse at some stage or another, rather than this bland feature that we all seem to be very excited about every patch that's released onto us. Yes, the patches are good, and yes, they are quite informal, but it's the smaller things, the finer things that we want to be looking at and trying to focus on that CIG are trying to push onto us and trying to tell us, because they're the things that will depict and predict how the future of Star Citizen will be unfolded onto us, guys. Not the mere simple patches that we are seeing released onto us practically every month. You got to take into consideration, guys, that we have the privilege right now of being able to ask CIG if there are aspects of an idea that we may have in our minds as a community that we would like to test out in the verse, rather than just being spoon-fed all the time, guys. This is not Nintendo. This is not Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, this is almost something similar to like a retirement game, I like to put it as. And there's no point in coming at it like it's like a, you know, like a little toy, guys. Because if you ask me, that would just ruin the whole experience of the Star Citizen system and its future prospectus. So taking that into consideration, then I try my best to focus on what CIG is trying to tell us, and the future of Star Citizen. Where is it going? How intricate and how realistic will it be for the modern day gamers, guys? Anywho, my ship is still looking busted up. Now I know all I have to do is put it into storage and then call for it back. Actually took quite a lot of fuel out of me. But I think I'm gonna leave it because I kind of like the rugged look. I'm gonna check this next gate system because I want to see if I can't get me a CQ7, maybe a tactical version. I know you can't, but I'm gonna look anyway. We get very brief to the decals of our weapons. We don't have our own personal kind of options or anything like that when it comes to creating or designing our weapons, especially when we go for the whole blueprint theme. I kind of like the idea of time travel. It seems a bit more scientific-y to me. If you take an item, you put it in a time machine, and then you send it back in time, or you send it into the future or whatever, and then it doubles its stats, because we were going with the whole stats regime like an RPG game. I would feel like a time machine would probably be the best way to go about it, rather than the whole blueprints path. Nowadays, businesses and companies and guys that draw up plans for buildings or housing, they don't even use the term blueprints anymore, guys. So why we decided to go for the term blueprints for 900 years in the future, to me, just does not make any sense at all. Planning is the term that's more commonly used. I believe blueprints went out in maybe the 80s or the 90s. Where are we going? What's this? Refinery? Is that refinery? Can I zoom in? Yeah, that's refinery, cargo, gallery. Okay, they've got all three going on. So anyway, I thought it was saying the same thing that it was saying for the guys on the 4.10, where it says that they could go to that place and in the rice, and it looked like it was saying the same thing, but clearly nope. So we got ship parts, which is cool. Help desk. I don't know what I'd use that help desk for, in honesty. A lot of these space stations look exactly the same. And so I don't really get lost in any way. I do like this because I've decided to go with kind of more the Art Corp theme, which is more the red, yellow, white, and black. As you can see, we got a even better one here, Night Stalker. Well, I think I have that. We got the Carter rifle all black. I do like the Carter rifle, but I'm not necessarily into that at the moment. The Carter, there is the Gallant black. I believe I have that. I like the Arc Light. I don't think that's black. I think that's just your typical Arc Light pistol. I'm not using my helmet. I ain't wearing my helmet. Oh, we got like moon flashes here. So all I'm gonna do is come here because I want the P4. Damn it. It's not here. So what's down here? Gun store, pretty darn cool. That's the P8, and that's the P4. The P4 has more that straight line, and the P8 kind of dips a little bit. I've come to find that one looks like that. I might have that already now that I think about it. And I'm assuming what we see on this wall is exactly what we're going to see on this wall. Yeah, kind of shuffled around a bit. P8 is there. Now it's here, and yeah, so it's kind of shuffled around. Same things, but nope, nothing we need. P4, yeah, nope, same one. So we don't need anything here. So like I said, a lot of the stores still the exact same darn things. Only unless you go to Nick's, you might see a little difference there. I think Crusader might diversify things a little bit, but most stores are exactly the same. Most space stations literally look exactly the same, so there's nothing different there, guys. So I would like to see a little more diversification, size diversification. That would actually be a lot more neat if you ask me. Because the similarity between features are nice because it does help with, you know, navigation, but in ways it just does not feel real enough if you ask me, guys. So anywho, so I've got a specific reason for wanting to go to the Nick system. What I want to buy is my dead shot. I want to get a dead shot again. So I'm pretty sure it usually comes in that same rugged color with the red on it, which is relatively good because I'm going with the Art Corp theme. And is there something else? Oh yeah, and I want to buy the Salvation. So they're the key reasons why I'm trying to get to Nick's right now, guys. So as you can see, my MFDs have changed. If I turn this junk on, Now, I like up here because it's in eyes view to be showing me my junk because I might want to switch things quick and easy. This I don't really give two hoots, but we can change it maybe to that. And this one we can change to yeah, maybe this one. What's that? Yep, yeah, and that can be whatever. I find that to be a lot more relevant. I would like to be able to save my MFD position. I tend to find that would be a lot more beneficial for me, rather than always having to rely on the native default, because I don't like the defaults. And it looks like it's gone back to default again. So there's no point in wrestling it. That's best for me. So that will have to work. It will have to do. I think it's time for me to go through the damn gate. Yeah, I think that's the gate over here. I don't really go to Next. This will be practically the first time I've been to Next in a very, 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 very long time. I don't even know where the gate is, class. Over here is bright, so I have to assume it's this way. Or it's there. So I'm gonna try down here first, guys. Oh yeah, there it is, tells me. I'm not necessarily too much a fan of the jumping gate systems, simply because we're so small and so insignificant in the realms of space. It kind of doesn't make sense that we'll be trying to control our ship. I would kind of more expect. Whoa. Oh god. Seems like my brakes ain't working. How about that? Fuck yeah. Alright, brake, you fool. Because we're so insignificant in the realms of space, I would my darn self expect this gigantic gate, wormhole, whatever it is. Oh, come on. Nothing seems to be working. If I press C, I'm still in that stupid mode. I would expect the gate to kind of just like drag us in. Now that thing stays on, huh? Because, you know, it's a big gravity well, right? So it will suck us from one side into the other side. But the real question is does it make sense that it drags us in one way and then drags us in the other way also? Like it's multi-dimensional or, you know, multifunctional? Does that make sense? I started thinking that at one stage or another, because if it's sucking you in one way, that would mean that the gravity is pulling that way. So then why would it on the other side pull us in to, you know, shoot us out this side as well? It just, if you ask me, kind of does not make sense. But that's something I can't wait to be explained in the law of Star Citizen, I guess you can say. So I'll shot this junk quite a few times. And it seems like it ain't dragged me in yet. Standing. Is it not gonna allow me in? Oh, looks like it's opening a bit. Oh, no. I think it's opening. I myself don't usually use the jump gates much, so I do always expect to run into a lot of bugs, so I never know when it's working and when it ain't. Sometimes it completely throws me out. I re-angle up and then it allows me in. So let's see. Can't see it outside. What's going on, bro? Come on, let me in already. God damn it! That looks like it's gonna close. There it is. If I didn't know it was gonna do that. Oh, there it goes. Alright. Thank you very much. Let's hope we can get this transition done if you don't mind. Thank you. That's what happened last time when it shot me out. Alright, that's cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yes, I don't think this bit here, because I'm literally controlling my damn vessel, and where it's not bad, I kind of like the idea that, kind of like in that film Interstellar, where it kind of took control of their vessel. To me, that makes a little more sense. I know this is a game, but taking that into consideration, if we were to keep true to the realm of science, at least just a little bit, I don't think it would be possible for us to man our ships. And a lot of well-respected scientists would probably say the same thing. But again, I guess that would be debatable, and I guess that's going in the side or the hands or the favor of the games. Because so far this is what it is, and it seems to be working darn fine, guys. But I tell you one thing, that was a lot smoother, easier, and better than the pyro version. The pyro gate really does not sit well with me, guys. But that one weren't too bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up here. I'm gonna refuel myself. I'm not sure how much loot I have. Yeah, I'm running pretty low, but I'm cool. I have enough to buy my damn vessel. So another thing that I would like to see in this is a little more science. Science is one of the things that first brought me into space expeditions, etc. And it's one of the main things that made me want to purchase this title. Oh, geez, coming in hot and heavy. It's one of the things that made me want to purchase this title because I've always been fascinated with the periodic table, and my teachers were always fascinated trying to teach us the periodic table, and biology and psychology, physics, and the works. And obviously being able to, or being blessed enough, or privileged enough to be able to speak with some of the world's most respected minds when talking about astrophysics. So I've been able to grow a deeper kind of like respect, bond and understanding with the realm of science in that regard and our galactic universe. I was always I was also grown under a religious roof, so I've always had that kind of curiosity and that wonder and interest within the realms of space, because obviously we're taught in religion that there's a being out there that created human beings. This being is said to love us, which can be very hard to understand in certain ways. And some people have their beliefs about that stuff, and I have mine, which I would like to share on to you guys one day. But now probably would not be that darn time. But if you would like to hear me talk about over my Star Citizen playthroughs, you can just give me a little shout out if you like, guys. But anywho, taking that into consideration, I've always been interested in the realms of space, universe, the galactic situation, etc. So that's something that I would really like to see brought out in this. Not necessarily just aliens that can talk to us on a daily basis because they have their differences with humankind, etc., etc., etc. But I would really like to be able to kind of like. I remember when I was looking into a few CIG stuff, I could see how deep they're trying to get. There was this guy that was trying to teach us about alien linguistics. So it was seeming like what us gamers would have to get into if we wanted to have a very comfortable playthrough, as it were, would be learning how to speak Xi'an and learning how to speak a few of these other alien races' languages, which would probably give us some headroom against other players, I guess you might think, rather than the Wicklow situation where he just comes to us and says, do this for me and I'm going to give you a ship. There would be aspects where we actually have to, kind of like grow a relationship with these outer realm beings, and maybe, just maybe, these outer realm beings will go out their way to bestow favor upon us, which might be giving us maybe a bike or maybe a ship, if we're able to befriend them. This is why I believe in the notion of AI, guys. AI makes things a little more believable as to the notion of scripts. I don't like scripts at all. So now we're here. It looks like we're looking at the exact same shelf. Now we got this done gone again, but now we know it's the Night Stalker. We already have that. I'd like to see a better arc-light pistol, like a what do you call those? Like a tactical version. I'd really like a tactical version. Even the mannequins are still kind of like butt naked nude. I don't know if that's cool, but I probably won't bring my kids here, guys. Let's quickly click in here and see if we can't get ourselves a P4. Nope, exactly the same as the gateway on the other side. Now that could be CIG saying in the future what we'll have to do is ensure that this side is well nourished with whatever it is we want it to be nourished with. If we ain't implementing our time into this system, well, that will show. They're the kind of things that I'm thinking CIG is trying to point at. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but I have my assumptions. So we ain't got nothing here, guys. So we're just going to move on. Give me a second, guys. Alright, so we got the ship parts, but I don't think there's anything beneficial there. Obviously, if you want really good ship parts, the best place to go would be Crusader. Everyone goes to Crusader for the best ship parts. Let's go to the hangar. Let's get the head out of here because there's nothing here for us. What's up next, guys? Neighborhood's looking well and dandy. Well looked after, my yeah. Heard they may have Nine Tails troubles and other factions and stuff, so you guys have got to keep on the watch, I would presume. My system's pretty darn fine. Alright, so I'm just going to top my ship up and we can get on the move. Repair, we can just get out repair. Everything's good. We're good. Well, if I keep always come out of there, we want to go to the map. And we want to go to... looks like there's a lot more going on here. I remember looking at this before. We want to go to Lovesky. Yes, please. Ain't too far away. Engines. Thank you. And we'll just have that. If you wouldn't mind opening up the door. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't play with any of the reticles on the screen either. I like to turn all that jazz off, simply because I am. Oh, which way am I going? This way. The ship can be heavy sometimes. Get me killed. I was literally on the D key like crazy. As we come, the sun begins to look like a pulsar, because it's going to have like two beams erecting out from its poles. And then obviously when we pull up, we're going to see that it's just a typical asteroid belt. Now, I would really like to have seen maybe a black hole. Even if these weren't persistent or, you know, like for keeps, same way how Dalamar was in the Stanton system, I would really love to see one of the other, you know, kind of like fancy stars brought in rather than seeing the same old stuff that we see when we look out of our window, considering this is something like a science expedition. So, you know, like a pulsar, a black hole, a quasar as they call them, and like a dying star, etc, etc, etc. Seeing the same old jazz does kind of get a bit boring, guys, so that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. But as you can see there, it kind of looks like a pulsar. If it was moving all fast as well, that would be a pulsar, guys. And then obviously you kind of come to your senses. It's like there's no one else that's a pulsar. You know, almost what's a pulsar? I don't even know fully. You'll have to do a little research on pulsars, guys. If you really want a pulsar, do your research. If I can come this way, we'll come down maybe this way. I guess we out the way, you guys. Yep, and then now we can start putting on brakes a little bit. Kind of coming on the A's. And I can see my distance. I think I'd rather take the upstate. Up here. Uh-oh. I could end it very badly. Alright, let's just turn our guns off. Obviously here I'm in decoupled modes, guys. It's where I'm conserving as much energy as possible. Usually when I come up here I begin to see a bunch of Polarises and stuff. But I believe that hype has died down now. I think the best way to come in here would be from below, now that I think about it. Because usually they come racing out from here, which I don't think is cool, but they do. I mean, that's over there. How do I do this? Uh-huh. Another good thing will be to see what the frame rates are like. When I first came here, I remember I was getting very poor frames, and that was one of the things that put me off from ever coming back here again. So now I'll get to see what the frames are like. So we're getting 20 odd frames, which is not too bad. 30 frames, yeah, that's so far a lot better. I think I'll hold on to my jazz. Sorry for that, guys. We're gonna go to customs, I believe. No. We're gonna go straight to the tech shop. So it's this place. Where is this place? If I'm not mistaken, this is not Dalamar. Where is this? This is Vesky. So, I want to know if Dalamar is still in this. Dalamar was this, I don't want to put no spoilers out there, but Dalamar was a separate place once upon a time. Um, but upon it, you would find Leveski, which is where I am now. But Leveski now seems to be something just floating out in the middle of random openness. I don't know if so I wonder if they're gonna bring that other situation back. That would actually be pretty darn great. So obviously I would rather buy my ship in person, guys. If I can find it, I can't even remember what ship it is I want to buy. Oh my god, the Gladius. I forgot. I do want to buy one of those at some stage or another. Also, I have to give a shout out to Kabutops because it was him that taught me technically how to purchase, ships. Not necessarily purchase ships, but how to make the loot in order to. Oh my god, he taught me about. I believe it was this ship. If this is it, I don't think this is the one. No, this ain't the one. But this ship is the Argo. The Argo Cargo. And what you can do is like these little box missions. But it's so much easier to do the missions. And so I was able to make like 5 million in about an hour or so. And that really, really, really helped. Or rather, I did about 5 million over, a period of days. The reason being is because I was playing like as realistic as it gets. Yes, this is the other ship that I want to get, just for namesake. Um, and so yeah, because I really before I took on that expedition that was pushed onto me from Kaboo Ops. Obviously, I was watching his channel and he passed it on to us. Before that, I was not a fan of the Argo series. So there was no way I was gonna. I would have probably have got the Constellation, but the Argo is the perfect choice, and it does make you good loot. And I do love doing cargo, but I just feel like cargo is not necessarily a good trade. But anyway, shout out to Kaboo Ops on that one because it helps a great deal, and that's why I have so many ships in my hangar right now. So we got the Apollo. I don't want. Oh wow, Apollo Medivac only 200,000. I might have to come back to buy this at some stage. So when I'm doing like certain mission runs, like bunkers and stuff, I can just respawn nice, quick and easy, rather than buying that stupid Nurser. There you are. What? Oh, this is rentals. No, we don't want to rent, guys. We don't do renting. Buying a ship actually makes sense for that damn price, but no, that's not how we do it. Rentals again. Oh, really do like renting, guys. No, I don't want to rent. Can anyone teach me how to buy a damn ship around here, please? I was told you buy it from here. What ship is that? That's an odd looking ship. I ain't seen this one before. Who are you? Anvil Arrow. Oh, you look kind of cool. But nope. I ain't come here for that. Why am I buying a Salvation? The only reason I'm buying a Salvation is because one, it's RSI, and two, it looks cool. And I want to support RSI because of that. It's a nice little snub ship, like one of those other little snub ships. I do like some of those boring tasks. Okay, so we got the RSI ship here as well, which is cool. So this one probably carries a hell of a lot more cargo. Now, what I want to be able to do, guys, is this damn thing under here. I want to be able to strip it off of this one and put it onto mine. Otherwise, I want to be able to buy it so I can shove it onto my MR. I'm assuming that's the CL or something. I don't see the damn salvation, guys. Is this it? Anything, give me the damn ship. I'll fix it up. This is quite a snub ship, but I don't want it. Oh, do you know, I bought something from here before. I think I know where it is. I believe it's up here somewhere. I don't believe it was Pyro. God damn it, it's so awesome. Alright, let's see. What are we buying from here? Guns? Modules. Category. Module system, vehicle weapons, avionics. So we got rentals, more rentals. Oh, there it is. Gee whiz. So anywho, so now I want to go to RSI if you don't mind. CL, light freight. I don't know what the hell that is. RSI. Besides, now that I think about it, with the Auroras, I always thought it would be best if the Aurora Mark One had animated wings, but because the ship already looks aerodynamic, you don't need to kind of like exaggerate how far the wings kind of maneuver like with the Mark II. So how the wings are here, if the wing was to now come, give me a moment. If the wings were to now kind of come up like this, so from this angle here, they start coming up more like this angle here. So not a dynamic change from about here to about here and then coming back down. So from here to about here, I thought would have been like the best way to go from here to here and then you come back down. That little change, and the same with this one. This one will kind of come probably down a little bit. So they're kind of spread out. There'll be a wider gap from here to here. It'll probably start from here to here. And so this space here would be widened out just a notch, a tiny bit. That tiny movement creates the most drastic difference in aerodynamic. And then if you was to kind of like make them, can I move this ship? I think we've gone into some kind of a. If you were to kind of make them, it's the tiniest movements that make that ship more flexible for carrying cargo, space battles, etc., etc., etc. You don't want to move the wings too much, guys, because it defeats the purpose of its features and aerodynamics, of course. So I wanted to buy that damn ship. So now what I want to look at is, now I can see how much this is. So it's actually 7 million, which I can actually do quite easy using Kabuto's method. The Aegis is 2 million. 2 million. Yeah, we want the Gladius. What's this one? I can't seem to move the ships here. Which is very unfortunate. It's forced to look at just this view. But 2,300,000. That is 2 million. 2,381,400,000 million. 2,381,000. My bad. So yeah, so this will probably be one of the other ships I'll buy. The reason why I'm buying so many smaller ships, guys, is simply because if I buy larger ships, I feel like I defeat the purpose of the whole, experience of playing Star Citizen, because you want to experience grafting and you want to experience that hardship. Because I feel like that's what makes the title fun. That's the purpose of buying a damn game. If you wanna become like rich and have all the ships and all this and all that, then obviously you'll get yourself an org. Now you can see I'm at 15, 14 frames. So this is very costly intensive coming to this region. Anywho, oh yeah, in this bit you gotta know how it goes. I'm here. Cargo, yeah, it's going up. So cargo's good. Mercury, Alliance Ordinance. Grand Mark Construction. All these are okay. So refinery, oil cells, airlock, cargo. Alright, so Heath Habs. Tech chip shops.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
I gotta see what I'm trying to get to this floor. Armor. That's where we're getting the guns. I assume. Otherwise it'll be on this floor. We got security checkpoint. Where are we? We got security checkpoint, Mercy Hospital, Home Heart, Habs. Maybe I'll check this floor first, but that floor actually says get out my damn way. I'm gonna check the next floor because it says armors.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily. The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
Alright, so I think I want this damn floor. Sounds busy, so I think I've hit the right place. There we go. Looks like guns. You made it. The only other thing that I've come here for, guys, would be for, I'm gonna look at it if I'm gonna buy it. Because I don't like buying things that I'm not looking at, if that makes sense. Blocked. Why is it blocked? This is the dead shot, guys. But I think I bought it. So now that's my damn gun. What else we got? We need silencers, size 1s, 2s, and 3s. I've got my Coda pistol. Is this a dark shade? Nope. Everything's the same here as well. That's a ghosty gun. That looks pretty neat. I don't think there's any variants of this here, so we'll also look for. If I bought this, you would know that I was here. Apparel, so next rather, so I think I might just go ahead and buy it. The frames ain't too bad. I'm getting 30 frames. Let's just go ahead and click P4. Just Yammer P8. P8ARSC, just Yammer. Is there anything else that I may or may not want? Kind of into the shotguns, but armors are overpowered at the moment, so I'm not really into the shotguns. It doesn't affect the NPCs or players, so it's pretty boring at the moment. tell you what, we're gonna buy like maybe 5 of these. That'd be okay, thank you very much. And I'm getting into the combat knives. NPCs always want to kind of run into me a little bit. And what's this? Yes, size 2s. We get about 10 of these. Reason minutes because I end up losing my guns. The game always somehow finds a way to steal my guns. I might as well get some ammo. So bam, 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 bam. That should be good enough. And because I never see ammo laying around in loot boxes or anything. Mars ready treat chicken sounds very tasty. That's what you have in Jamaica. So we're gonna get maybe 100 of those, 100 worth of those. What's this? Each of us. That sounds a bit boring. Don't need med pins. Bolt, PAR. I still ain't got that gun yet. If anyone's got a spare one, give me a shout out because I won't mind taking it. I want to test this gun, but I'll pick it up at a loot spot. And I still ain't found it yet. So I think we're good there. Yeah, so as you can see, a lot of these guns on these walls, they're just exactly the same. Same decal, same colors that you can find anywhere in the verse. So I think what they want to start doing is giving it over, the power over to the players. We color our own guns, decorate our own guns. There's no reason why we shouldn't be allowed to do that, besides the fact of wanting to sell guns onto us, which, you know, in times you may want to buy a gun, but once I've got my gun, I'm going to want to decorate it my darn self. Oh yeah, we want to buy some attachments. I almost forgot about that. So we do that now before we roll out. Let's just quickly look for attachments, guys. So attachments, and we want silences, suppressors. What's this? We got those. Alright, then they have suppressors. And what's that? Because we saw them up on the wall. Ion compressor. Scalpel, sniper rifle magazine. I ain't seen the scalpel in a while. There it is. Tactical suppressor size 1. We got size 3, so that would be good for my P6 long rifle. It's about the only sniper that I use, to be honest with you. Currently the 2 guns on my back are my go-tos as well, but I'm trying to find the size 2s. So I'm kind of going to have to go around the system looking for those, which I'm having a blast doing, if you don't mind. What we got over here? You know what I mean? So they're not showing anything else. I'm guessing the only things they had on display were this, and the dead shot. Possibly the pole fighter. Anything else? Oh, and this thing here. Anything else other than that was just throw on just to fill the gap. Which kind of sucks. I might be able to buy some clothes here. Because I really don't like running around in armors all damn day long. You can just imagine how tedious and tiring that would be in the real world. That looks pretty darn cool. That looks pretty darn cool. I'll get that. There you go. So now you got something to brag about. Some souvenirs from Nick's. Got bacon now. What we got? That looks pretty cool. Especially when I'm doing like my cargo missions. Though it is best to wear safety protection. Now we know that I was in the rescue. That was pretty darn cool. I was thinking to myself, now that we're out in space 900 years in the future, do we have a history in space? Did Martin Luther King leave an impression on us? And, you know, Abraham Lincoln or religion alike? Or don't these things really matter to us anymore? You know? So these were some of the things that we're thinking about, guys. This ain't dodgy food, is it, dude? I ate rat the last time I came and it tasted darn good. Can't wait to see some rat burgers. That would be awesome. Any more clothes, guys? I need trousers. I'm gonna assume no. So taking that. Oh, wait. Oh, you can't buy Moby glasses from here. And as well, they used to advertise Moby Glass 2, which insinuated that this looks pretty cool. That it would have slightly different functions to the typical Moby glasses that we're using now. I haven't seen or noticed anything like that as of yet, guys. So if you guys know anything, give a shout out to your boy. DMC, run DMC. Nah. Take this. What's this? What are you buying? I want to see variants of these. That's actually why I'm scouring the verse now, so I can get like different color versions, because those ones just look like the prison ones, and I don't like running around like I'm a prison boy. So no, there's nothing more to buy from here. We got everything we need. Another thing I want to buy is the Nox. Keep it cool, keep it cool. Look at this. What's up, dude? Just keep it cool, keep it cool. It weren't bad. Next is a very nice place. But probably not a place I'll be coming back to, guys. Let's go there. I preferred how it was when it was on Dalamar, because you had you had the whole situation, and flying up was a bit more fascinating, a bit more intriguing, looked interesting, etc., etc., etc. This is where I'll get my ship repaired. I'll have to, but anywho, what I'm gonna do is just dump everything into my damn ship. Into my damn back rather. Alright, so now this is the bug glitch that I was talking about. Once I open this damn thing, it does not close back. So I'm gonna pump everything into there. And then as you can see, it says close. If I tap it, oh wow, it closed. I'm telling you now, guys, that don't usually happen. Nice one for the fix. Ooh, and this gun here, which is said to be a size 7, I'm going to take it out on some more expeditions with me, guys. I know they say you're not supposed to use it to fight smaller ships because this ship is to take out bigger ships. When I hit those little tiny vessels, what I tend to find is I'm barely able to damage their shields, guys, which I'm not sure if that makes any sense at all. I can't believe this is working. Right, so I pressed it once, it doesn't work. Press it twice. Alright, see, now it's not working. Told you. Okay, doesn't usually work. Alright, so now what I have to do is lower the ship and bring it back up. It's the first time that thing's ever worked. It's like the Bat Cave. Yeah, so that gun, the size 7 gun, it barely takes out size 2, size 1 shields. So I don't know how it's supposed to fight bigger vessels. I only want to see this by default. The ships that I have here. I don't want to see ships that are not here by default. I don't understand why I'd be looking at that. So I would flip that notion around my darn self, just to make life a little easier. So what I would do is, as I click into this, it's going to show me all my ships that I'll have, which I don't need to see, but if you want to know. So I've got the Atlas, and the Atlas, this is for when I'm working on the space station and on the planet, like what Kabut Ops taught us. And I had the Argo, and then I got the Argo Atlas. I bought this one accidentally, so I'm going to upload that. This is an unnecessary variant. I will sling that and make that practically an attachment for this. So this one, and I believe they call it the passenger or whatever, those two were, they wouldn't be variants. I'll just get rid of those, delete those, and it would only be this one. Then with this one, you're able to buy this compartment and that compartment. The cargo, you're able to buy the tactical. Sorry, I'm talking of this one. You'll be able to buy the cargo attachment and the passenger attachment. It's not the passenger, but it's partly a passenger compartment. Because what I did is when I bought this one accidentally, this was the one that I wanted, and now if I scrap it, it never leaves me alone. I want to get rid of this darn crap here, and I only need this one, but I don't even want this darn ship, because what I didn't know is that I can't go into that boost mode. So that kind of sucks. So that's why I went and did Kabut Ops's advice, which was, you telling me you can't hold a damn gun? It's not funny, girl. Did I buy ammo? This don't make sense. Whatever. Ooh, and now we can see my name. What are you laughing at? That's interesting. I can't get it in my bag. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, come on, hurry up this damn ship. Oh, and another thing. All this here, this. I think it's a bit too extreme for something so simple. You got to think the tax and the amount of money that would go into servicing this, as well as developing it and building it. I think it's a bit too extreme, guys. Alright, so what I might as well do is, as much as I love this gun, that's going to be the one that goes in, to cut a long story short. And then put those in, and let's see if it'll close now. No. But we ain't trying to get in there for now anyway. So, where am I? Oh yeah, this way. What the hell? crying out loud, innit? Oh yeah, it is. That looks interesting. And I can get my blooming gun. Get where you're supposed to be. Haha. Oh yeah, that looks damn good. That's all in my hang arena. Take it out. Yeah. Yeah, very dangerous gun. Very, very dangerous. And I love it. So I'm going to use it on one of my uploads at some stage or another, guys. Yeah, that is just damn cool. But now we head back home. So first, we want to go to we want to go to the jump gate. I wonder if I type area 18 if this will work. Oh, and for some reason it keeps putting double letters in. But we're gonna try that. No. See, what I would like is if I did that and it just did one long journey and I would just follow the journey. Obviously I've got to go through the jump gates, etc, etc, etc. But no, this tells me that you know, and because we know how much fuel, so it might say along my journey you're going to stop off here, so I'll stop off there, refuel my ship and continue, you know. So it does all of that dumb stuff for me. That's the whole point of a jump drive, guys. But unfortunately, what I have to do is manually take it in my darn self. So I'll be going to the jump gate yet again. That is one we want to go to, right? I believe. Maybe I can do it once I get out of here because for some reason it is not working, guys. For Christ's sakes. What, this is Dynamo? You're lying. And I think I believe it was the Nine Tails are said to have been going around destroying space stations and stuff. So could this have been due to the Nine Tails? Would be my question. So where are we trying to get to right now? This is showing me on travel. Levesky. I don't want to go to Levesky. God damn it. I'll get rid of that. I want to go to next. Next gateway. How about it? So maybe the game is bugged out. Oh, maybe I don't have enough fuel. I forgot to refuel my damn self. Oh, they're called Stanton Gateway. I'm gonna try and make the jump. No. Alright, let's see. The jump wasn't that great. And this ship does have, you know, good jump. Yeah, for next, of course. 1 minute 24 seconds. I really can't tell if I can make the jump. I think I'll play it safe and top it up. I should have enough. Total amount. Yeah, I should have enough. I'll take my damn chances. Whew. Nothing to do. What I am grateful of is at least they were able to fix up the frames. Before the frames were horrible, but I was getting like 11 frames and stuff like that. But it's a hell of a lot better now, so that's very good. They were able to optimize the next system. I think I could actually make it through the jump gate without having to top up my fuel, because this is quite a heavy ship. It's not like an Aurora. But as I can't see like the distance here. I would like to be able to see, you know, the jump distance, where I am, and etc. And I'd also like to see my fuel gauge. But those two things are things that I do not see. So I find I have to eyeball a lot of stuff. Like if you get into a car, your car, you're able to see usually your kind of fuel gauge, but I don't think we have that. So that's something I would like to have implemented on my MFDs, as well. Being able to, you know, lock my MFDs, guys, so I don't have to keep adjusting them, because as you can see, it's different from how it was. This screen is now here. This screen should be, you know, etc. etc. Right, so I can't afford for no accidents. Yep, I am braking, but the ship is not doing as I tell it to. Very weird. Not usually have that problem. would actually like to see the Ares. I'm not sure if it's possible, but I'm gonna have to check it at some stage to see it dock in a small hangar. You know, the option to dock it in either the small hangar or your medium. So I could kind of call out and say, I kind of want to dock in my small hangar, guys. I believe its wingspan can fit in a small hangar. So that's what I would actually like to do rather than always jumping into the medium. I am very grateful that now we have the option of using our medium hangar or a small hangar. I hated when I had the small hangar. I bought a medium ship and then but now we have the option to use either the medium or the small hangar. But certain medium ships can fit into small hangars. So I'd like the option to choose a medium ship to land and dock in a small hangar. That would be pretty darn cool. So I believe we did that. Let's quickly go check this. Just to be on the safe side of the landing. Yep, that's all done. We need to be stopped. And let's get ready to go home, guys. Please open up the door. Oh, God damn it. This one. Seven gateway. Navigate, there's the gate. I believe a lot of the guys like Kovalex and all that, those guys with the space stations, they started, the reason why they keep building their stupid space stations in the debris is to prevent the nine tails from coming along and bombing them all over again. So once the nine tails sees a place that's been destroyed, I remember the law, it was quite a while back, I read this somewhere in 2018, that they don't feel the need to go back and bomb them again, because they've already destroyed that location. Hence why these guys build in the debris of their what do you call it, you know, their past, I guess you could say their artifacts. Let's go, guys. Go down. Don't want to do, okay, don't want to do. So I kind of want to dare to see if I can't make this whole jump, even though it told me that I can. Those figures are going down pretty darn fast. And I mean, because it barely looks like I can make this pit stop at the first stop that I'm coming to. Otherwise, I would chance making the stop after that, or the stop after that one. But I don't know. It looks a bit too iffy. I don't think we can make it all the way to Art Corp from here. So I'm gonna pit stop and top up my ship before I make that huge jump back over to our system, guys. I still feel like there's a lot of testing in Stanton that needs to be done, and a lot of aspects in Stanton that needs to be fixed and possibly even reworked. One of the things that I'd really personally like to see reworked my darn self would be some of the larger ships. There's some ships out there, like the Hammerhead. That is a very huge vessel. They've come out with the Hammerhead version 2, but what I feel like is that was a bit too presumptuous, a bit too hasty a move. I would like to see the Hammerhead variant 1, the one that we're all familiar and used to, not the Tiberian, but the original, envelop more rooms for personnel. You can't always guarantee that the people aboard your vessel are always going to be aboard your vessel when you want them to be. So you're going to need to have backup crew. That's for starters. Then you're going to want to have a medical bay. You want to be able to dock as much cargo as possible. So from the front of the ship, from the nose of the ship, practically right the way to the tail of the ship, you want to be able to dock lots of cargo. That's most importantly. So there's no way I would purchase that ship for £200 without a medical bay and a proper cargo unit. And then you do want to have a shuttle bay. I would say 2 shuttle bays. And it's got 3 floors, the Hammerhead. And these 3 floors ain't being utilized properly. As well, the kitchen is a region that I think needs to be replenished, reworked. And obviously you want toiletry facilities that serve better roles, purposes for multi-crews. How we dispense of waste or dispel waste. Do we leave it out in space? Do we send it off to a region in space? Do we dump it somewhere for trash guys or waste guys to come and collect? That's big business, but we don't see that aspect in the game as of yet. The only aspect we see is get rich and die fast kind of schemes. I ain't inspected my ship in a while. I would have liked an Art Corp decor paint livery for the Ares. That would have been nice. An Art Corp. Obviously it's Crusader, but I'd like to see the Art Corp version paint. Unless we're gonna have the power to paint our darn selves in the future, but that's one that I would really like. Hopefully they don't slap ads on my videos when I upload them. The idea is, because in the past I never used to get ads on my videos, but I noticed once I exceed 100 or so views, yeah, about 100 or maybe 500 views, I start getting ads all of my darn videos. So I must apologize for that, guys. I was pretty sure how it used to go was, in order to get ads on your videos so that you could be paid your darn self, you would monetize your darn self. But it seems like it's kind of flipped around on its head. So you guys might get ads, and if you do, I do apologize, because that is not my I'm not with that at all. I prefer my vids to be completely ad free, guys. Ooh, and we got back home with our new ship, the Salvation. So that was also something as well. Something I would like to see is, you know, usually when we're buying stuff, we go to like a third party site, like guns, and you want to check the stats. I'd rather do all of that junk in game. I don't understand why we go to third party sites, you know, to buy ship parts and guns, and, you know, to check loadouts and armor stats and all this junk. All that information should be in game, guys. If I go to buy me like a 59E, for instance, all the information I need is on the website that I go to buy it. It's not, I ain't got to go to somewhere else in order to get the information, if that makes any sense. So everything should be centralized in this one product, in this one item. I believe that would make a hell of a lot more sense. But I don't know, maybe you guys disagree, but I think that would be the best way to go. Um, and more beneficial information. All of information and in detail should be in game. Um, I might be able to upload this video raw. I probably won't edit this video. I might just add my in and outs. And that'll be about it for the day, guys. That kind of makes it a lot easier on me as well. So let's just get this done. Get ourselves loaded up. Hopefully we don't get no server errors or crashes at this stage. Because we are rocking a few valuables at this moment in time. And that is looking pretty darn neat, guys. Also, this cloud over here, beneath that darn cloud, there's a beautiful city. But as you can see right now, it just looks pretty darn bland. I would like to see a little bit more light show going on above that darn city, you know, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. Oh, it looks like the sun is actually coming up here on Arc Corp. This is my home, guys. Hope you like it. As you can see, it's very well populated. My name is crafted all over this thing. I hope they all live to serve as well. I'll be dubbing around in order to land at. Look at the clouds, guys. The way the light is just, you know, kind of coming up on the peak show right there. And we're catching that on these clouds. Like, this is real talk right here, guys. So, as though I am quite the cynic, the critique, I do also have my compliments. But I try not to brag about the compliments too much, guys. Compliments can always come later, as we can see. It's the small things that count. The big things, most games out there are doing some of the, just so that we're on the same page. One of the titles I'm actually getting ready to invest a lot of my time into, it was actually supposed to be a surprise, but I'm not going to get it for now. I'm going to get it a bit later on, believe it or not. It's going to be that zombie game. The main protagonist's name is Ellie. Last of Us, that's the one. The reason being is because the physics in that look pretty awesome. The characters' movements is realistic as hell. The facial expressions, so I just want to kind of dig into that a little bit and just get an idea of what this title might be missing in certain regards, because certain times I look at it and I think I kind of expect a little bit better, and then certain times I look at it and I think it's absolutely amazing. So I do like to do that my darn self, guys. Take a title and somewhat compare it against other titles so that we can all get an understanding of what I mean about Sonic the Hedgehog. This is not supposed to be a game, guys. If you want to play a game, you buy yourself a PlayStation 5, an Xbox Series. Super Nintendo will probably be great. Not Super Nintendo, Nintendo Wii, or what's the new one? I think it's the Switch 2. That would be amazing. Tell my top my landing gears out? Nope. Because their gameplay will be just as fanatic as you would have ever imagined. You won't get any more creative than that, guys. But this title here, I would like to see as much realism as possible, because you don't go upgrading your damn devices, guys, for a budgeted experience. It's your boy Patience, over and out.